Talking about a large new store that's opening in the East Bay, and this is not your average store. In this case, it's a store that sells just about everything you need to grow medical marijuana inside your own
Well, it's not exactly how it was. See, our goal was to make millions in the pod industry without selling a single plant.
If you feeling like a pimp, nigga, go on, brush your shoulders off. Niggas is pimps too, go on, brush your shoulders off. Niggas is crazy, baby, don't forget that boy told you kid. Back, turn up your shoulder, you got a kid. Back, turn up your shoulder, you got a kid. Back, turn up your shoulder, you got a kid. Back, turn up your shoulder, you got a kid. Back, turn up your shoulder.
I just got off the phone with the shop and talked to Tony over there, and he said they just sold 50 lights already this morning. Yeah, I was pretty fucking psyched about it too until I found out it was the $1,000 lights they sold, but they accidentally rung them up for fucking 300 bucks a piece.
That's the shit I'm talking about, man. I feel like we can't even leave for like 10 minutes without having a problem.
All right, call Lindsay, man. Let her know to round everybody up in the conference room. I'll be there in 10 minutes.
I was probably the last kid in high school that you'd ever expect to be involved in marijuana. And I still remember the day that my parents found out that I was in this hydroponics business. They pulled me aside, they closed my door, and they said, "Dar, are you selling drugs?" I love your global, your macro thinking, your universal perspective, but at the same time, before we can talk about taking over the world, let's take over Oakland. You know what I'm saying? Before we take, and then after we take over Oakland, let's take over the Bay, then NorCal, then SoCal, then we'll go to other states.
It's not easy trying to make money in the marijuana business unless you're selling marijuana. Dude, listen, you said the deal was done. I had nothing to worry about. We'll circle back in a week. Everything's taken care of. Dude, I specifically fucking remember that. I was back.
So basically my job consists of following Derek and Dar around, making sure they get everywhere on time, making sure they're clean, making sure they're fed. Derek actually texts me sometimes in meetings saying I'm being a bad proxy wife if I haven't fed him on time. So that's a treat.
I said 2 weeks on that fucker.
So you're like, what have you done to grow it back? He's like, a little bit.
And then you know what he says?
A little bit?
He says his recommendation is, well, I think we should hire someone else.
Oh, he wants to delegate
Yeah.
like Tony.
It's like, what the fuck do we hire you for?
That's like
I
Tony.
sort of looked at this industry like the 21st century green rush. And while everybody's running and go and chase the gold, I'm the one who's selling all the picks, the pans, and essentially becoming the Levi Strauss of the pot industry.
I remember what they taught to me. Remember condescending, taught them who I ought to be. Remember listening to all of that and this again. So I pretended up a person who was fitting in. And now you think this person